So take a look as we get into this. Why Canaan? All right. First of all, there seems to be a flippant attitude here with Ham. So as you look at what Ham did, there's obviously some shamefulness about this. That this isn't just like he walked in on his dad changing. Like this is shameful. This is something you don't broadcast. Okay? So there seems to be a flippant attitude, and this flippant attitude has some ramifications. To be completely clear, we don't know what Canaan did. There's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of theorizing, there's a lot of speculation that Canaan may have been involved in this, and there may have been some untoward behavior. But it could be a prophecy that says this attitude that Ham has is going to be carried on in his descendants. And so therefore, because of this flippancy, there's a curse that's going to come along with it. So that really could be what's going on. Now remember the context and audience of the book. All right? So as you look at this, the audience of the book are who?
Children of Israel.
Children of Israel. They're coming out of slavery, okay? They're coming out of servitude. They're moving into the promised land. And so it really could be kind of a, you guys are about to become a fulfillment of this curse. So that could be part of this, where children of Israel, who are descendants of Shem, okay, this could be part of it, where it's you're about to come into the land of Canaan, and you're about to start subjugating and fulfilling this curse. So it could be something there that Noah is kind of looking and saying, this attitude that you had, Ham, is going to be carried on in your children. And so therefore, I'm enacting a curse to say, this is what's going to happen if you keep this up, which you will. So now, like I said, there's all sorts of speculation on what Canaan did, if he was involved, what Ham did, whether he was involved. You can see some notes there on page 12. Again, like I said, there seemed to be a controversy. According to the passage, Ham saw the nakedness. Nakedness is shameful, so that's why it's not just like walking in. There's some shamefulness here. He did nothing about it. He went and told his brothers. Shem and Japheth did what they could to conceal their father's shame, whereas Ham seemed to have a flippant attitude about it. So those traits mean that attitude is probably going to carry on. So think about like even your own parents and how some of their character traits are now part of your character. You know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You notice there's certain character traits that are carried down. So if you had a father who was like abundantly hardworking, you may have some of those traits, or vice versa. It's not flawless. I mean, it's not saying that happens every single time. Otherwise, everyone would be the exact same, because we all share a father eventually. But there are certain personality traits that carry on. There's certain values your parents have that carry on to you. And so this idea of like, if Ham were that way, Canaan probably is picking up a few of those characteristics. Now, whether or not Canaan himself did anything is unclear, but it is implied because the text itself points out Ham, the father of Canaan, and then later the curse is enacted on Canaan. There is some language there where it says Noah knew what his younger son had done, and so it could be implying that he knew what Canaan had done, because son is a very flexible word in Hebrew. So again, Canaan could have done wickedly, could have just been associated. Were this not the case, the character traits of Ham are going to get carried down. So either way, that's how it becomes. The importance of this is this. Think about the children of Israel. The children of Israel are being warned that, Shem did something good and he's blessed for it. Ham or Canaan, whoever this was, did something evil and is cursed for it. So there's a very clear lesson that's being taught to the children of Israel. If you are honorable, if you do the right thing, there'll be blessing. If you are dishonorable, shameful, there'll be a cursing. But also, take this account, take the account of the golden calf, take the account of several other times in the wilderness. You can see it there on page 12. Degrading behavior results in a punishment. So you can see kind of these individual accounts are a record of, this is what your ancestors did. This is the punishment they received. Take it to heart. And you can see kind of these accounts where it's like, yes, Noah is not perfect, but he's still a godly man who makes mistakes, so be careful. Hey, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they saw the judgment of God, and yet when they come out the other side of the flood, they very rapidly fall right back. So it's this character thing. Remember, Israel would have many dealings with the Canaanites. So this account could be a reminder of, this people group you're about to interact with, their corruption goes way back. So just remember, like, what you are about to do is actually part of the prophecy. So that very well could be why this story is included. It's a reminder of you are actually God's judgment on these people. So anyway, like I said, there's a lot of different ideas on what Canaan could have done, but people like to speculate and they like to get crude really quick. So that's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time digging any deeper into that. But that's some of the reasons why Canaan could have been that thing. Okay, questions on that?